So, good morning, Warren. So, we're very interested today to hear what you have to say about finding your higher purpose and destiny. Very interesting topic.
Me too.
Yes. So, we'll listen to it now and churn over in our mind how we can use it in our life and how it'll change our life to use it.
Thanks, Jan.
Good.
Good morning, Om Shanti. Very big topic I've taken on to talk about this morning. I'd like to start off with an anecdotal story. Getting our sound right here. So I was once running a meditation center, and a psychic lady came along, and she said to me, "I think I can help guide you." And I said, "Are you sure?" And she went silent and she said, "Yeah, pretty. This is feeding back somehow. It's ringing. Too close? 1 second." So I went along for a session with this lady, and many magical things were happening. But I did ask her one question, and I really felt that she had the gift to channel Baba. My teacher was there, my master was working through her. And I asked this question, how come this business that I was running, why didn't it work? Why wasn't it successful? Because mostly in my life, anything I put my hand to, I could do. I had a bit, I won't say a Midas touch, but I was clever and could do anything. As a rule of thumb. And this business I tried to run kind of like failed. And I asked, why did it fail? And this extraordinary answer came through. It didn't work because it wasn't meant to work. And my jaw dropped a bit. What do you mean it wasn't meant to work? You're not meant to do that. I took a deep breath and then I asked the obvious question, what am I meant to do? And all I was answered with was just silence. Then a very short, you know. And straight away the answer came to my mind of, yes, I'm on the earth not to teach Qigong. That was a Qigong business, health business. But I'm on the earth to teach meditation. I've got a gift there. I'm trained in it like 40 years or maybe even 40 lifetimes. And so for me to deviate and start to do something else, Spirit, my spiritual master said, no, don't go down that alley. So it started to make me think very deeply of, is there a blueprint upon which I'm meant to be following? A river that I'm sailing along? And if so, let me start to fall in line with the river of destiny. Many such experiences came like that. I learned to read the tarot, and within the tarot, how it even works. It works based upon this mystical presence that everything that I do and think and wherever I am, I'm meant to be. There's a hidden blueprint, a hidden script that is already written and playing out. Astrology as well. Astrology can tell you your future, at least the very high level astrologers, even what you'll be doing in your lifetime. And if you doubt it, that's fine. But for me, too many times, I've had very high level astrologers say, it's like this, like that, like this, like that. And it comes to fruition. And I go, there must be a destiny to all of this. Some script that is written. But of course, in our human ego, we think that we have free will. But in the Bhagavad Gita, it says, no, free will is an illusion. What is choosing you to make your choices is your past karma. So if you accept that to be a reality, you'll feel that like this huge force of where you've come from, pushing you into your future. And along with that force from the past, you will feel your destiny invoking you. Like a mango seed will grow into a mango tree one day if planted in the right. In the same way, we are all unique seeds. Each soul is destined to become who you're destined to be. Unbeknown to the limited vision of my human ego, that, I don't know, somehow we are all thinking that we're in control of our life. You are, and yet in the biggest scheme of things, my friends, you're not, I'm not. Picture the river of life, of everyone's life. It is a huge, broad river. And its destination, if you follow, say, Raja Yoga, you will believe one day you'll go home. You'll once again go to the ocean. Your spirit free again. That is the destination of all destinations. But destiny can be found not just in, oh, that was destined, that's the past, it's written, it was meant to be. The destination or destiny can be found in the now, in this present moment now. Now, how to get there? Picture that a human being is often caught in this trough. The wave in the trough of two waves. You can't see where it's going. But when you have those moments in your life when you're on the peak of the crest, you can see far and wide. You can start to perceive, that's why I'm here. That's where I'm going to. And all these causes have brought me to this point. Oh, great. I can say that the clouds are clear. You can even see your North Star. The navigator people use the North Star to navigate where true north is. So you have a glimpse of God, the navigator of all navigators. And in that you'll start to know, yes, I'm on target. Great, great, great. And then you go back down into the sleep. So to learn to be able to surf, to sit on the very crest of the wave, how to get there? Stillness, going into silence. You have to learn to lift out of your human ego with all that doing and all that noise, to be still. So then your intuition can commune very clearly with the boatman, another name for the divine. One other analogy I'll give you. If everything is written, an analogy can be that it's one big long play record, an LP record. When I was a kid, and I dare say many of you listening have come across such things, and on the bottom of the arm is a diamond stylus, a tiny little diamond on the end that goes in its groove. And when it's in there and the disc is turning, out comes the noise. And similarly, spiritually, I find that as I pick my diamond up from the groove of the track of Warren, with all that noise, mental noise and activity, I go into this beautiful stillness. And nothing's moving anymore. I have stopped all that noise. And in that stillness, I can even sometimes perceive past, not just Warren's past, but real time as a beyond time. So I wish to offer you a little meditation right now to hopefully guide you into that experience of lifting out of the noise of yourself, your current incarnation, and feel that beautiful stillness. So take your mind and place it on your forehead. Forget about your past and future. Just come here and now and just be present on your forehead. And now take your mind inside and try and feel the presence of the diamond-like soul, the point of pure awareness. Now, as if you reach and lift up that diamond stylus, lift up the diamond from yourself, above your body, above your mind. Come back down now and bring your conscious awareness, the diamond soul, into your role. And feel all the noise. Oh, what am I doing? The activity? What do I think about everything? Now gather yourself once again. This is the drill. I want you to lift up again. Lift up above the physical. Now lift up above your mind world. The world of your mind. And feel this expansive silence. Stay there if you wish. Or come back. The more is that you can lift up above the ramblings and the ego goals, the ego achievements, or seeking sensual pleasures or entertainment. Your ego saying happiness is out there, go for that goal, go for that desire. If you join a spiritual class, you'll be told no, that happiness is fake happiness. The real bliss that the soul seeks is to find itself, its freedom. Now life is on many levels. For an analogy, the multi-level chessboard. You've probably seen sometimes these odd games. They're not just playing on one board, but 4 boards, maybe even more. They get one move on each board, maybe. But for that analogy, the ground floor, the lower board is your physical life. Next level could be your mental life. Next level, emotional life. I place being happy and loving higher than being more knowledgeable. And the higher level, spiritual cultivation. Gaining total soul awakeness. Able to know God as He is, that real direct spiritual connection. Awake, really awake. And as you can imagine, sometimes your moves, if you're really wanting that higher cultivation, you will sacrifice a pawn on the lower level of your life. Now, please keep your health, keep your enough money in the bank. Don't be so, I just want to be spiritual. But in many ways, hey, you don't need to earn $1 million to be happy, to spiritually cultivate. Just have enough. So when I put this in front of you all, some of my students would come and say, look, I just want to follow my heart. And quick like that, I'd say, which heart? The heart of your human self? The heart of your inner child that wants to just eat more ice cream? The heart of your adolescent self that wants to go to the horse races and burn all your money on beer and dressing up and yelling at horses? Or your higher mind? The heart of your soul that wants to know absolute truth. So as I talk like this, your purpose as well. Some people have a very lofty height of what is their higher purpose, what they want to seek in their life. But others quite perhaps might be just to be a nicer person. And that is huge in itself. I'm not in any way belittling that. Because some people that are reaching for the stars forget to be a nice person. Incrementally, we've got to build it up. So quite personally, you have to work out what is your higher purpose in this lifetime. But I believe that we do have help. Here's a scenario that I tend to believe that when we die, we meet our angels and they tell us where we goofed up, where we made errors. Or another likely story is before you incarnate, you were told this is your life mission. This is what you have to achieve in this time around. And you go, yeah, great, take your cut lunch and you go into the physical world. And sure, you forget it. Maybe your soul still remembers, but you get caught up in your humanness of your life and you forget that higher calling, that greater meaning. Another story comes to mind to share. For a long time, I wanted to open a center in this suburb called Essendon. I took birth close to there. I knew other people, I knew they were nice people, and I knew that I could serve my own kind. So for 10 years, I asked Dr. Nirmala, my boss lady, can I go there? And she said, no, you're needed somewhere else. You've got to be here. You've got to be there. No, you've got to stay there. And each year I'd say, can I go now? Can I go? No, you can't. And I felt like I wanted to open that center. It was burning inside of me. I really wanted to. I knew it was my destiny. I knew it was my calling. But it wasn't until I had this huge meditation experience where Baba revealed to me that he even orchestrated that I was born in that area, that it was he who planted that seed of wanting to do that in my mind. It wasn't even my thought. He planted it. And as soon as I realized, you are moving me, you put that seed there. I'm just your pawn. I'm just your little chess piece in your game. And I went, now your will be done. I now surrender my ego to you. It's not going to be my center, it's yours. And as soon as I said that to my God, doors opened up. Angels started to push me forward. As soon as I said yes in the right way, rather than, I want this to happen because it's my dream, my goal, it's going to be great. But it had Warren written all over it. Not quite. I had a good heart. But still, it wasn't really written in his name. Little Warrens were written everywhere. So to find your higher purpose, my friends, I will tell you a huge secret, and yet it's so simple secret. Ask Baba, ask your God, what are you to do? It's not rocket science after that. I've lived my life in the way that I want to live so many times, and it got me kind of like lost, a bit like nowhere, a little depressed, a little bit, what's the meaning of life? What in hell am I here for? Or am I in hell? Or then I listen to others. You tell me how to live. What's your idea? And sure, I had many friends with great ideas. You should live like this. And that only just disempowered me and made me further lose my way. So if you've been down that same road of you trying to live a joyous, beautiful life under your own intuitive or heartfelt inspirations and found yourself down dead end alley after dead end alley, why not ask? Why not ask? So how to ask? Again, that level of silence without becoming egoless, without becoming bodiless. You're not going to get there. I'll tell you one more quick story, similar stuff. I was meeting this exquisite man. He was Persian, Iranian, and he was so cultured, like very high level mind. And I was doing a bit of business with him, and we've become friends. And I went to his house, which was quite a mansion. And I was confiding in him, look, I'm in a crossroads in my life. I don't know whether I should be going here or there. What should I do? I can't decide what I should do. And quick like that, he said, Warren, why do you ask yourself what you should do? Why don't you ask God? What does God want of you? And as soon as he gave me a in the face, metaphorically, I went, I know what he wants. Okay, let's do that. I was umming and ahhing whether I should go back to Madhubal because I felt so wonderful, so happy in myself. Why should I spend another 1,000 to buy airfare? But as soon as I had this come back to me, no, actually, I'm just a mouse that's found a grain of turmeric. I'm happy, I'm enjoying my life, but there's so much more to learn. I knew that. And if I could go and be in the presence of my senior teachers, I would benefit. It would just boom. Of course, okay, I'll break open my piggy bank and go once again to Madhuban. I've been to Madhuban over 30 times. I never forgot that lesson. And I go there not so much because of what Warren wants. Yeah, I ask, what does he want? And each time I go, I'm again humbled to say, I don't know the whole story. I might be able to give it a good talk, but do I live it? Can I live it? So another little meditation, and we'll go and have a little chat with the divine. Come inwards with your mind. Tune into the soul within. Now go up. Rise up above the matrix of the physical realm. Take your consciousness, the diamond above the matrix of the mind realm, and find yourself in the realm of pristine silence, beyond doing, just being. And feel yourself in the very presence of the source, the creator of all. And in that bright silence, be still and commune. No need to talk. Don't ask, don't think. Just commune. Soul to soul, heart to heart. And merge yourself in that being. Our first question. Show me who I am. I want to know who I am. And what am I meant to do? You might not get answers straight away, but I promise you, on delivering that T-mail, thought mail, deep into the presence of God, answers shall come. They will come through the mouth of babes, of others talking, a newspaper you'll pick up. When you wake up in the morning, your first thought of, there's the answer. I often get downloads in the shower. The water must be cleaning my aura, so the answers just drop straight in. Or of course, a quiet time just after great meditation. Again, I'm on the peak of a wave. I'm still. And so then I can hear with my intuition. I was in the presence of Daddy Janki once, and she invited questions, and I was in a silly mood, so I put up my hand and said, Daddy, what's the meaning of life? She didn't bother answering my silly question, but she gave me an answer that I've never forgotten. She said to me, recognize your unique specialities, and you'll know your specialities because they will give you joy and others joy. And then maneuver yourself in your life so you can use your specialties in His service. That will give you joy, and you'll touch so many people and bring them close to God. Yeah, I'm a bit of a teacher. Even my astrological sign, it's all lined up. This is what I'm meant to be doing. Now it's my purpose. But for you, your purpose might be just walking around with this beautiful happiness. Or you could be a great cake cook. Or you're very decisive in business. Okay, offer that to the benefit of humanity. How can you use your gift? And it could be humanity in the form of just looking after the little old ladies down the street that can't cook their own meal. Go and knock on their door. Have a smile for them. Can I help you? Sure. Help yourself first. And after your cup is full, let your service be a natural overflowing into humanity. Because life is not all about me and you gaining our wonderful desired perfection. The divine wants us all to awake, not just one, not just 5, not just 10, us all. So when you start to embrace really into that level of getting it, then your higher purpose will naturally be one of service, of using your gifts that you've been given. Your gifts are often given, rather than using your gifts for your own ego, or offer them in service. There's too much more I'm thinking to share. And ultimately, your highest of all, highest purpose isn't going to be what you do. It is who you become. If you spiritually awaken and move into a vibration of unconditional love, unlimitedness, you could not help but influence so many people, Mother Nature even. Your very presence of being so God-connected, you'll be a conduit of that divine energy. You don't have to think, oh, I have to offer this speciality any service. Your very being will be radiant on that level of war, the end game, the highest chessboard. Still, you got to cook the food for your kids. Don't let them starve. But we can play this multi-level game with clear eyes on really what is the end game. Ultimately, the destiny of every soul is to become pure, to return to innocence, to return to love. I think every group, every spiritual group in the world would talk like this. Of course, fewer numbers actually getting there. So to meditate, to enkindle your soul. If you're looking for a magical life, a life supported by God, by angels, by the universe, rather than a mundane life where all you're just concerned about with what's on TV tonight and you're sitting there reading Woman's Day, chewing your chippies like a cow eating grass, one day passing away. You miss the chance of a magical, extreme, beautiful, extraordinary life. This higher purpose we can gather, gain, grab with 2 hands and ride it like a mystical dragon in our life rather than, oh, I'm bored. What entertaining thing can I now put in my mouth to cheer myself up? There is so much more to life that we can aspire to. Our higher purpose, our destiny is calling us. And I will just add that one last line before our final meditation. This whole thing of Not just your karma pushing you, your past karma. Your future is invoking you. I'll share with you something pretty cosmic. As a young yogi, I was sitting meditating, and who should walk through the meditation room but an apparition? That was me, my future self. And that person, whoever it was, actually was me, turned around and smiled at me with this smile that just touched my very essence. And he was like saying to me, I am you, keep going. And I just called out to him, I said, come back, I want to talk to you. I want to know how to become you. Because this guy was just happy off his head and shining. I went, I want what you've got. But it just disappeared from the room and never came back. It's gone. Just a few seconds. Ding. And sometimes our teacher here will say, your destiny will call you irrespective of against your willpower. Your destiny, of the destined service that you'll do, will invoke you against your will. So there is this higher game, this hidden game happening of a script that, unconscious to our ego, we are playing out. We can either fight it and waste our time like a fish swimming up the river, or work it out to say, hey, everything's moving in this direction. Let me align my life, my being, my heart, my actions with this great calling. And you'll feel then that you're surfing on the most beautiful waves or riding on the currents, enjoying yourself. And also because you know the boatman, the navigator, you'll be told, oh, there's rocks around the corner. Get on this side of the river. Oh, thank you. So even your journey as you're in the now, rather than being driven by your ego, human ego, I want to do things my way, rather than, I've tried that, don't work too well. Sometimes it works, but when I ask what is your way, then I'm just enjoying a great life, full of nature. So one last meditation, and then we'll call it. Quick story before I give the meditation. One brother came here from Thailand, and he announced to all the residents here, I want to find myself, so I'm going to go and sit in the forest and meditate. And quick like that, I just turned to him and said, you're wasting your time, brother. You go to Baba's room. You will not find yourself because you only live in your reality. You won't be able to find your higher self. The only way to find your higher self is to sit in Baba's room. There's this exquisite meditation room here. And try and see yourself through God's eyes. Only a being who's perfect, who can truly see your true self. Try and gather that. Can you picture what I'm saying? Otherwise, you live in your own soup bowl and you're one of the peas or potatoes all the time floating around your own bowl. You don't see yourself. It's only when you meet a divine being that looks deep into you and says, you are this. And then you go, I never saw that. Thank you. Like, for here, Baba sees your immortality, sees your divinity, rather than what's wrong with you. You might see what's wrong with you, but the divine sees what's right with you. So if you want to find your higher self, your higher purpose, you've got to use a totally enlightened being. Otherwise you won't see it because you're vibrating on your normal level of cognitive levels. Yeah. So a meditation to help us get there. This one, we're going to be in what we call the subtle region, because we need Baba's eyes, not just the light. So imagine yourself in a body of light before your favorite angel. It could be Christ, could be Buddha, Oh, you Raj yogis out there, of course, pop yourself before Bab Dada. And visualize his loving eyes looking at you. So much love and adoration. Her eyes. Now here's the trick. Take your mind out of your form and enter Bab Dada or that angel and look at yourself through their eyes and perceive what they are seeing in you. What does God see in you? Try and see the beauty that they're smiling at. Your uniqueness. And now come back into yourself and try and feel it. Try and own it. What you could feel that they were seeing. You come back in and try and feel it. Now do it again. Jump out of yourself and sit in behind the eyes of that divine one. And then come back to yourself, into yourself, and try and own and try and feel the reality of what they see in you. Hope you're feeling a glimmer of what I'm trying to help you open up. If not yet, keep practicing. It's just a matter of practice. You'll start to be able to slip out of your own limited mind space. Picture that you're meeting a child that's been abused all their life and they're living on the street, and you're giving them so much love that they don't trust you because they don't trust no one. They don't even trust themselves. They live in this embattled reality, and it's real to them. No one, I don't trust no one, everyone hates me. But you're looking at them with so much love and compassion. They won't trust you. Similarly, that box over our head, we've got to rip it open and believe that a divine being does see your good. And try and understand what they're seeing in you. And out of that, your higher self, who you belong to, where you're going, what you're meant to do. My friends, will be much bigger than what you ever dreamt of. Good morning. Namaste. Sally? Thank you, Sal.
Thank you, Robin.
Hey.
So, something completely different, isn't it?
Let's keep Sal. It can, yeah. There it is. It's a clever issue.
Thank you, Warren. So it gives us something completely different to work with, doesn't it? We've worked long enough with our human failings. We want to try something much stronger, much more powerful, and much more interesting, isn't it? To work with and to think about going into the world beyond the unlimited. So we'll do some work and practice with that. Thank you so much for that pointer, and we'll do that now. Well done. Yes.
Yeah, and I just, there's too many things I wrote, but One other thing that's playing out is a life continuum. After many decades of meditation, I can even feel like even the endeavors of past lives is pushing me right here where I am. And when I spot this huge force of, I wanted to be here, I chose to be here, then my heart sings in joy rather than I'm just here because I don't know why. And I start to complain maybe about the things that aren't perfect. But when I spot the bigger picture, the higher calling, then there's great satisfaction in living this life. And I do pray, I hope with all my heart that you guys too can, the angels can feel that awakening and sense of purpose behind everything in your life. And closer to Baba. Yeah. You don't have to find it yourself. You just got to find it from Baba. I think that's the cheat's way. That's the cheat's way of finding your higher purpose.
Or the smart way.
The smart way. All right. Good morning, everyone. Thank you, Sri Ram. Thank you, Rohini, Sally. Thank you. Thank you. Om Shanti. Thanks, Sri Ram.